It'd be worth the money. Right?
Well, when you got a world-class editor, fuck it. It can be done in post.
You're about to say something right now, but when I got down like that, my belly button ring got like wrapped around.
Yeah. You guys get some more piercings.
Okay.
How did she die? Why don't you put more piercings on your stupid ear?
I just need them to heal. They heal super quick.
Jesus, you fucking it guys, people.
I just it's just they're smashing exactly where my piercings are on this ear. So
I know. Why do you have to have 15 on each ear instead of just one?
I like that look.
That's not my
It's
question.
for me. It's not for anybody else but me.
Don't you think that's a bit excessive?
No.
I mean, why?
I'm about to get a leg sleeve tattoo.
Oh God. Why don't you just poke yourself to death with pins? I mean, why?
Hold on.
Makes no sense. It's like self-torture.
Why don't you
Fuck off?
No.
What?
It's not torture.
It is.
No, it's not torture. What's so torturous about it? It doesn't bother me at all. The pain doesn't bother me.
Why do you have to do all that? I did a tattoo because I was curious how it felt. Curious. I mean,
I think that feels better. I like the way that it looks. I think it's very cute and dainty and petite.
With 5 and 6 of them on an ear?
You get little studs, little diamonds, and they go up the ear. Yeah, they're very cute. They're very cute. You want one?
No.
Let's pierce your ear.
No, let's not say
on
we
the
did.
podcast.
Let's not say we did.
And then
No.
No. We'll just take it right back out.
No.
And it'll close up.
No.
You won't even know.
No.
Maybe Charlie will let us do it to him. I want to do it.
All the shit that we do, it seems to me there's something deeper, something deep-seated about all this.
I do like to
it's like when people when they color their hair orange and red and they
I do like to
something going on.
Are you listening to me?
I am.
I do like I do like to get tattoos and piercings and stuff like that if I'm going through something. Yeah, it's kind of like therapeutic.
But I don't know if you've really thought, because a lot of us don't. You thought way ahead.
Yes, I have.
When you're 80.
Yes.
And how that shit looks.
Be a cool 80-year-old with a sleeve and a leg tattoo and piercings on my ears. That is the least worry of any piercings. At least I don't have it on my eyebrow, which I have nothing against because people are okay with this stuff. I held back on the face. Okay, I held back. I do want a nose, but maybe one day. I was joking though when we went. I told Liam, I was like, we're going to go into the store real quick because they pierce ears, and he was like, well, who you're gonna get your ears pierced? I was like, no. I was like, I'm gonna pierce yours. I said it so serious, and I kept walking. He was like, what? I was like,
if he went and got his ear pierced at 12, would you let him do it?
No.
Why not?
Because he doesn't need to have any piercings or anything like that when he's
young.
Well,
that's interesting.
He can have piercings and tattoos when he is 18, just like I was. We talked about not being able to get married until he's 25 too. We talked about that yesterday.
Oh, there's your batshit craziness going.
No, because and then he asked me, he was like, you and dad got married when you were young. And I said, exactly. And that is exactly why you're getting married at 25. I was like, because me and your dad.
He'll do that just to spite you.
I was like, me and your dad
just
made a promise to each other that we won't let you
when he's 25
get married.
Play this episode back.
Until you're 25. But then I told him this. I said, Liam, if you find somebody you want to marry at the age of 19, fine. Stay with her. And he was like, yeah, I can stay with her and not get married. I was like, yeah, stay with her. You can propose to her for goodness sake. You're just not allowed to get married until you're after 25. He was like, oh, okay. He doesn't have to spite me because if you want to marry somebody, fine. Marry them just after you're 25. Like mentally marry them at 19.
Make sure that you
20,
also tell
21,
him.
22, 23, 24, 25.
Make sure that you also tell him that.
Don't go where you're gonna go.
Make sure
Don't
that.
go where you're gonna go. Don't say anything at all.
Make sure
Stop it.
that you also tell him about the unfair playing field of the divorce court system, please.
Oh my gosh.
You have to tell him. That's your motherly duty.
That is true. Maybe it'll scare him.
I mean, you're trying to be motherly and to guide him. Yeah, let him know that.
Mm-hmm. You ready to pull something out of the fishbowl? We haven't pulled from that fishbowl in a while.
Well, let's talk about divorce court and how uneven and unfair it is. Oh, you don't want to talk about that, do you?
No, because I don't have a good story for that. It's
told an uneven playing
it's
field.
not uneven until you've been with them for what, 10 years, 15 years?
Why does that make it uneven?
That's when like your woman has the right to have some of your stuff or what? Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but don't you have to be with them for a certain?
No.
I didn't have that right being married for 2 years.
Yeah, well, I think it's like, I don't know if it's
you
like
have to be a certain.
Maybe a year. Because you can get annulled up to 6 months, I think.
No, you have to be with them for like 10 years. To get half of what they have.
No, it's just one is called a short-term marriage, under 10 years. So you only get I think it's half that. Like if it's 10 years, you get half. Like 5 years of, I think it's 5 years of splitting that shit up. I don't know about that. It's all stacked against the guys once again.
Let's wait to have that conversation with Charlie because you were married for a long time and then you got divorced. Okay.
18 and a half.
Okay.
You know why I know that? Because it's traumatic.
I was married for a short time, but you're saying that it's still the same, which I really don't think it is. But regardless, you're saying that it's different from a male's point of view and a female's point of view. And he was married for a short term as well. And so you'll be able to get his male point of view and my female.
I think the males actually have a little more, because a lot of women are in the market now working. And I think it's actually reversed a little bit, where it's not always the women are taking that what is half.
I don't think it goes that way.
Yeah, I don't know. Pick something out. We'll talk about something else.
Watch, it's going to be that.
Just don't pick the blue one.
Just don't pick the blue one?
Don't pick the blue one.
Oh, God.
What?
All women are irrational and use intuition instead of logic.
We just talked about that
Recently, but I guess we talked more about batshit crazy and not irrational. We can go into this.
Carry on.
I mean, do you agree?
With what?
Do you think that women are irrational?
Only when it counts.
And use intuition instead of logic. Intuition instead of logic?
Yeah. Which I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Because I think intuition many times is
where you should actually follow.
More accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But irrational?
But I think you guys are the exception to the rule.
Irrational? I think anybody can be irrational. I don't think it's just a woman thing.
No, I don't either.
Okay, so then you agree that that's probably not really true? All women are irrational?
I think we're all irrational.
Okay.
But
I think, yeah.
Once again, I think that the stigma is that females are more irrational. It's just it's a stigma that you guys have. It's a social fucking stigma.
Do you think that
not sigma,
females are the main problem?
Yes.
In relationships?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because you guys don't want to hear about solutions. You only want to talk about problems. In fact, you get enraged when we come up with solutions. How dare you fucking come up with a solution? Let's keep talking about a problem. That's what you guys are all about for the most part.
Are you sure about that?
Hells to the yes.
No, I'm all about a solution. I'll present a problem, but then I don't want it to go anywhere but
you're in a rational state of mind right now. That's why you're saying that.
No, it has to be
But when you get
fixed.
in that moment where you're like in the irrational state.
No, it has to be fixed.
All goes out the window.
I don't know any girl who would have a problem with something and then not want to fix it.
You gotta be joking me. You fuckers are all the same. You guys are amazing. You guys stick together like fucking super glue.
You guys stick together too.
No, that's not true.
Hey, no.
It's amazing. You guys do not want solutions. You never have, and you never will.
No, I really think that women have problems and then they want you to fix it because normally the problem is with you.
Well, there again, you guys put it on us.
Well, if it's
Well, it's not us. That is what I'm saying to you.
Okay, if you're a workaholic,
Uh-huh.
and your woman wants more time with you, she
Uh-huh.
wants you to give some time to her as much as you give to work.
Okay, good point. Okay, let me address that.
Okay.
You're referring to me as a workaholic.
Yes.
Because I work a lot.
So then your woman comes
Even
to you.
though-
I'm your
Even
woman
though
coming to you
my
with a
wife-
problem.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now I want you
I'm
to
gonna-
freaking come up with a solution.
Okay, let me explain this, okay? I'm glad you brought this up. This will nail it around the head. Am I hitting your foot underneath, or is that what am I
We're
hitting?
so far away from each other.
Oh, okay. So my roommate / wife.
Oh my God. Okay, go.
So your pierced ears killing you?
A
Go-
little bit. They're
why
fresh.
Why don't you go pierce 10 more on the fucking things on the side of your
You
head?
know what, just because of you, I am now.
So here's what happened to me. You know, we need to spend more time and do something together. Does that sound like a real female thing that you hear?
Yes.
Okay.
We thrive off of that. Happy woman, happy life. And I'm telling you
So
right
happy
now,
wife, happy life.
I know, but still, I'm telling you right
Whatever.
now, we just want companionship.
Okay. So let me get to my point. So they said that we have to spend more time together, do things. I mean, I'm immediately thinking, what? First of all, I don't need to do a lot of shit because I'm really happy in my own life. in
Well,
the
you
things
don't
that I
have to
do.
do a whole bunch of shit. She just wants to be
Okay,
happy in your life with you.
Okay, let me just keep marching on then. So I said, okay, so here's the solution. Once a month, we started doing something, driving to LA, to Santa Monica,
Mhm.
getting away. I was addressing the concern.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going along okay for a while. And I've always said, when this has been brought to my attention, this is not ultimately going to make you happy. It's just going to make you happy temporarily. Nothing will make you happy. That's just my stance on this. And I'm not saying it's right. It's just my stance on it.
I like that you said that.
Well, there's some sharp object around here you might throw at me. I saw what you did with that fucking door in the office. It almost came off the hinges.
Oh my God, you're so dramatic. Just keep talking.
So after a few months or so, whatever, a year
Uh-huh.
maybe, I don't know what it was, she started complaining again. We just don't do enough together. It was the same fucking thing that we just talked about a few months before. And I said, wait a minute. Since you said that, the problem of us not going anywhere, since you said that, we have been going on these trips. I said, and I said, don't I get any credit for that? She said, no. And I said, why? She said, because you didn't act like you wanted to be there. You motherfuckers keep looking for problems. You motherfuckers just keep looking for problems. That's exactly my point. You're never going to be, we can never make you guys happy for very long. Temporarily, yes. That's the reason why the minute that you give into these terroristic bullying tactics that you use, females use, it's a setup. It's a fucking setup.
No.
Because you guys don't want the solution. You don't. That was a perfect example. You just asked me to give you an example. That's just one example. The problem is that you guys generally aren't happy with yourselves. End of story. I'm not bored.
Bull crap.
My
You're so full of so much crap. This comes down to just proving my point right here. Guys are so stupid. You guys are so unaware. And the sad thing is your women will tell you what's wrong. Like we don't hide
yes,
it.
they will.
We don't hide it. It's not hard
Definitely
to
will.
know. It's not like you're sitting there like, oh God, what do I need to do to make her happy or make this work or whatever. We are very vocal. You guys are the non-vocal ones.
I'm not saying that. You're missing the point.
No. But
the point here is
probably because you're doing something.
Of course it is, because we can't ultimately make you happy for very long. It's a very temporary situation.
Shh, calm down.
The minute that we give in to
Lower
that, guys
eyebrows.
out there, guys, I need Botox in my eyebrows. Guys out there that are listening to this, don't give in them. Don't ever fucking give in. Don't, because it's temporary. It'll be good for just a short while, and then all of a sudden it's like, but you don't act like you want to be there. Well, fuck, I didn't know I had to be an actor. It's not good enough that we just.
No, maybe you should just actually genuinely want to be there.
Well, I was. I happened to like where I was going.
Okay, so maybe
but
she
it
just
wasn't
misread.
good enough.
She just misread it.
Of course, you guys misread it. Of course you did. We're
Okay.
fucked. We're caught in a no-win situation. Males. That's just the way it is. That's our cross to bear. And that's the reason why you fuckers get menopause. That's the way you get that.
Oh, because we're the only ones that get
That's
menopause?
the way you get that.
You guys get it too.
That's the old natural universe, the yin and the yang, and
You guys
you're
get
going to
it too.
get, huh?
You guys get menopause
That's
too.
why you get all this shit. Not us.
No,
Not
you
us. You deserve it. You deserve it. You create misery for us.
Stop talking for one split second.
Go ahead. I made my point. I think, and the point was again to just make sure that we're, because I know the story's going to change, because that you guys do that too. You spin it, and it spins around to where it's our fault.
I just want to point how I've sat here and let you talk this whole
I want to
time.
talk some more. Okay. You guys do not want solutions. You guys are about problems. You don't want the solution, because if we give you the solution, then what the fuck do you have to talk about? Next question, please.
No, it is not like that. And the fact is we're not even a couple, and you still don't understand. You guys do not understand. I'm not even your woman, and I am telling you what is happening, and you still don't understand. God, I can't imagine her trying to talk to you.
No, I've heard that before too.
You're probably even more
She
closed
says it
down.
in a different way. She says, you just don't get it.
You just don't
We just
get it.
don't get it.
You just don't get
And
it.
I say,
you guys just don't.
and then I
get
say,
it.
okay, you just don't get it. Here's again, the same example. You just don't get it. Translation is that you just don't get it means there's a problem. So I respond and say, what is it that I just don't get? You know what the answer is? You just don't get it. You just don't get it. What don't I get?
Well, if she's saying that she wants you to be there, then really, your only solution. I mean, then it comes down to you coming up with a solution, and the solution is letting her
it's
know.
a setup.
No, you just let her know and be like,
Nope.
I genuinely wanted to be there. Like, you misread that.
Yeah.
You
just like you
just
guys
let her know that she misread it.
and you guys don't want to know the truth either. You don't want to know the truth, because the truth is a solution in many ways. It comes back down to that.
Mhm.
I know what you're saying. See, fortunately, in this case, I've been around longer than you, and I've had a little more experiences that way.
So what are women ever right?
Sometimes.
Oh, at least you said that.
I mean, you guys are sometimes.
Do you think that men treat us the way we deserve to be
Yes.
treated?
Many times you get what you deserve.
You say it in a very negative
Yes.
way.
You guys like I've heard over the years, I'm responsible basically, but in the way that you're talking to me, not you necessarily,
Mhm.
that I'm responsible for your happiness. Fuck you. I am not responsible for your happiness.
I don't.
But
think
yet you
that.
try to lay that guilt trip on me.
No, I don't think
That's
that you
the
should
problem.
Be, I don't think anybody should be.
So you know what
happy.
the solution is?
I don't think anybody should be responsible.
You know
for
what the
somebody's
solution
happiness.
is? Go paint. You like
Oh,
to
yeah.
paint? Go. No.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. I mean, no, I agree with that. I've learned that you need to be happy with yourself. You need to love yourself before you can love someone else. And
my God,
they
that's
should
rational.
they should not be the reason for your happiness. Like, you should be able to, I feel people should be able to be alone and be happy and be independent. If you can't do that, then you're probably not ready for a relationship, because you need to be able to be alone. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, people think like when you get in a relationship, it's just going to be like, oh, we're with each other all the time. Eventually that is going to wear off. Then what do you have after? So you need to be able to have that like boundary, that time where you're independent, the time when you want to be with each other.
A relationship is a balance of power.
A balance of power.
Power. It's all about power.
I can also agree with that too.
It's about a balance of power.
Uh-huh.
Each person's trying to
One has to give a little, yeah.
to balance of power.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Like even in my relationships, I wasn't really good at that in one particularly. It was definitely, I was all power.
And unfortunately, see, my grandpa was right. He said it takes 10 years for a man and a woman to know how to love each other because the bounces coexist.
See, and I would think a lot of people would be like, no, if you hate each other, do you want to go through it with?
I think it's a big crapshoot. I don't think there's any possible way that you can say, based on any kind of
like, that's a person that I'll never have that with.
Like you can feel
like I'll never fight.
You
with
can
her.
have this complicated, sophisticated question and error. You know, they have these sites out there that link up these people. Fuck that. I think you're just as good throwing darts up against the board with your eyes closed as compared to with your eyes open. I don't think there's any. I don't think it's one.
I agree.
Because you got to get through the same bullshit.
Yeah. And like I've heard people that have been like, yeah, I was in a relationship with this person and it was better than that relationship. And it's like, but was it? Or were there just going to be different problems eventually down the road?
And love is interesting. You know, being in love, when you see people that look like they're in love, I don't trust that. I really don't. I don't trust it. I just don't. Maybe there's freaks of nature out there that, you know, look, it's possible.
I think there's a fine line. I think that you should have that. I think you should have that. But then I think that, you know, you don't always have to be that way.
I don't think love is all about being all googly and
yeah, I don't
all
either.
the time, because I think that all wears off.
Yeah. But I think, you know, there's like, for example, if 24/7 you're coming home and your husband is not welcoming you at all.
Well, there's
ever.
Yes.
Okay, that's a little too much. But I think there should be like a, you know, like a good even
compromise.
amount. Yeah, even amount of your, you know, maybe you're getting greeted and kissed on when you come in, and then sometimes you're not. And then sometimes you are, and then sometimes you're not. That's how I think it should be. But I don't think it should be like
and it should be based on when you think it should be.
No, I think it should be whenever it just kind of happens. But I think some people, like even myself for a while there, I thought like it all just had to be super perfect. And then I realized that even when it is perfect, it's not going to freaking last. You think it's perfect, you know? Then the first hard thing happens and then people just split up.
Yeah.
Relationships are hard.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you guys are in them.
No, I think it's just because us humans are just
we're complicated.
But we're also different. You take like someone that's so different, thinks different, argues different, loves different, laughs different, you know, eats different foods, likes different music, watches different shows, and then you try and put that with somebody else. I think that's why it's so difficult.
I personally think that opposites attract more and are more end up with a better outcome.
And why?
Than people.
Why would you say that?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, so for example, opposites, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say movie night. Opposites are with each other. One wants to watch a romantic love story, and the other one wants to watch an action movie.
Maybe if you're like the person that you're with is exactly like you are, exactly like you really love yourself as you are, and it just so happens I love everything that you love. So like you guys are one sickening.
Yeah. You think that that's not real?
Well,
or you think that wouldn't last?
I think that might last.
But you just said opposites are the ones that last more.
Let me put it this way. I don't think that I don't think me having a lot of similarities with the person I'm with, I wouldn't last.
Having a lot of similarities.
That would be vanilla for me.
I gotcha.
I'm not saying when I say chocolate, you know, just having other flavors. Like, well, I like this. I think it's a question of learning how to like what.
Yeah.
I don't like, but that you like.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. It's challenging you, like challenging you to kind of like step out of your boundaries.
Yeah.
Kind of
what
grow.
You like. Yeah.
That might be true. You're saying that it would actually be like vanilla for you. That makes a lot of sense when you say it like that, because it would be. It'd be like it'd be just, I might as well be with myself. My life's exactly the same. There's no difference to it. There's no
every day's
challenge.
the same.
Yeah,
pretty much. I like what you like. Everything's great.
Yeah.
I think that would be really, for me, I've become very, very sick of that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, even like, maybe this is a bad example, like I'm a Netflix whore,
Mm-hmm.
and I watch a lot of crime drama. And one thing that I never thought I would do that I'm doing now is I'm watching like Italian crime drama with subtitles. I'm not that person that would watch subtitles.
Uh-huh.
And Tina watches, I mean, she's used to that. When she was in Europe, she
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
the
Uh-huh.
American subtitles. That's how she learned the language.
Mm-hmm.
And at first it was like, I just really didn't like it, but I kind of grew to like it. So that was something that was kind of opposite of what I would normally, that's kind of
But that's something that she
small
gets.
example. Yeah.
Yeah. But then you just kind of gave it a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's true. Like, because in my relationship right now, completely different people, but I'm like more than happy to be around like his things and his likes because I find it very interesting. It's not my cup of tea and it's not what I'm used to,
I don't want to be a downer,
but
Debbie
it is
Downer.
pretty cool.
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but you're not in it long enough to really know.
What?
Right now, everything is roses and daisies for the most part.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. That's why I think with every relationship, I give them like a 3-year mark. I feel like if you pass 3 years, you're like in the safe zone.
Nope.
I don't even give you the safe
Nope.
zone until 3 years.
Nope.
In my opinion.
Nope.
What is yours?
My grandpa was right.
Okay, but you can't wait 16 years to marry somebody.
I didn't say 16. I said 10.
10.
Yeah.
I do know people that have been together for 10 years, but I just think like 3 years in,
Nope.
I would probably start to actually believe that the person wanted to be there.
No.
Before that, I'd
No.
be like, they probably don't even want
No.
to be here.
No. Not true. It's unfortunate, but you have to make that kind of investment.
You do.
I hate that word.
You're going to have to
investment.
see
I
people's
hate-
ugly sides.
Yeah. And they'll show them to you.
They have to. I would hope that you would want to see somebody's ugly sides just so you know what you're really dealing
But
with.
you're not going to really know that. Until
I would want to know.
You're not going to know.
I would want to
You're
know.
not going to know. You're not going to know for a lot of years.
A lot.
A lot of years. Fucking a lot of years. And all of a
After
sudden one
too
day it's
late.
like, all of a sudden one day they do something, you go, what the fuck was that?
Oh my
Holy
gosh.
shit. I never saw that side of you. It does. It happens. It's a wake up call.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, fuck.
But I think that's where you have to like
Holy
think
shit.
about it. And it's like, everybody's different. Nobody's perfect. We're all
So
human.
maybe we should talk about it. Then it goes downhill from there
Mm.
because you speak female language and we speak male language.
So basically what we're
It's a
saying is all
crazy-
relationships are doomed.
Doomed. It's just to the level at which
Oh
they
my
are doomed.
God.
And the ones that stick it out, you're all beat up, you're bruised and
So you
battered,
just need two really
and you guys are fucking
strong.
limping through.
You just need really two
50
really
years
strong
married.
people that are
Fuck it.
okay with being bruised and dragged through it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for the motivational talk.
You're welcome.
to
Anytime I
somebody
can
who-
help. Okay. So are we out on this
yeah,
one?
we're out.
We
I
out?
feel great, by the way.
I do
I'm
too.
on like love
I can't wait.
relationships. I can't wait. For
I
all-
can't wait to go discuss what I should be discussing based on what your needs are.
Okay, and we're
females.
out.
Well, we're out.